You're not alone. If you need someone to talk to today, please contact Crisis Services Canada by either calling them at 1-833-456-4566 all hours of the day, or you can text them at 45645 at 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember, you're not alone, and Crisis Services Canada is here to help. Welcome to this week's edition of Off the Wall with Cody Wall on Coffee with Graeme. This week, Cody, we're going to be doing something different here on the segment. Your segment, of course, since we had no game shown on the network this past weekend. Not really much for us to cover, but you came up with an idea, and you know what? I really dig it, Cody. It's you talking about these player profiles that we're going to be building here at ASTV Productions. You're going to be playing a huge part in that, and since you know more about you know what these player profiles are going to be entailing than me, explain to us what these player profiles are that we're building here at ASTV.
Yeah, me and owner of ASTV, Glenn Munford, had been talking over supper a little while back about diving into doing some player profiles where can put together packages for players that will contain, we do interviews with coaches, interview with your parents, interviews with a mentor, and display that kind of stuff on our website, astvproductions.com. And we'd also update, because we work with elite prospects, we'd be able to update elite prospect profiles, make profiles for clients. We do highlight videos. We would do interviews with the player as well. And, we display all this stuff on our webpage because, in this growing world of hockey, it's all about trying to get noticed. And, we just want to be able to help the athlete get noticed and try and put together some profiles, professional profile for them, display it on our webpage, and have it out there for scouts to see, and display all the other facets that scouts want to focus on, not just your on-ice performance, but they want to make sure when dealing with you as an athlete, they want to know that you're a good person. They want to hear from your mentors, hear from your teachers, make sure academically, all that stuff, all those intangibles are all important pieces on forming a good athlete nowadays, and all parts that we're wanting to add to our player profile to, make it as useful to the athlete as we can.
Yeah, and that's awesome that, we're going to be, not only hearing from a player, but from the player's family, the mentors, so many things that go into, what makes a hockey player, an athlete, but for this case, a hockey player, who he or she is. Talking about how it's going to be up on our webpage here, Cody, at ASTV, of course, working with elite prospects as well, but both of those places you can access stats for free. And I know for ASTV, well, for elite prospects, you can access stats for free. But I know for ASTV productions, of course, we don't have stats up, but all of our content, you can access that for free. How huge is that, just knowing that all this information is going to be available to these scouts and it's going to be free access?
Yeah, and that's one thing. Everything we'd want to have it free access for the scouts so that it's easy to access and see a profile on players. And we want to make it all as easy as we can for the client, as well as for the scouts who are wanting to get to know the player. Without having to go out to every single player. You're going to have a player profile that will detail some of the highlights about yourself, quotes that we take from some of the interviews we can display on our website. And like I had said, we partner with Elite Prospects. We have other partnerships with ASTV as well. One being MCN Sports Advising. We do have at ASTV a lot of connections and through some of our sponsors, we have connections to hook up some of the athletes with the right personnel as well.
Dive into, what the planning process has been for this, Cody. When you were listing off the things that these profiles will include, I saw you looking at the paper, and that means usually that there's a lot of stuff on the list to get done in these player profiles. Talk about, what the planning process has been like going into these profiles so far.
Yeah, so we just kind of thought about what the kind of crucial parts that we thought that scouts would want to know about the athletes. They're going to want to see highlight video. They're going to want to see what on ice you can do, as well as, like I mentioned before, they're going to want to know how you are off the ice as well, making sure that, you're not getting into trouble. We talked to your mentor and, they're saying, Johnny is, after hours, he's helping in the community. He's helping with the breakfast club. That's all stuff that, is important to being a community person, because hockey is a very community sport. All that kind of stuff is important into, developing a person as well as an athlete.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about it there, Cody. And, in terms of, the players that we're going after at this point, are we taking that approach where we're reaching out to players at this point here at ASTV, or are we, taking another approach? What exactly is the approach to, getting players involved with these player profiles?
For sure. This is because it's still kind of on the developing stages. We have reached out to a couple of people. I know when we were covering a Pembina Valley Hawks U18 girls game, I had handed some of the information packages I have to the manager of the U18 Hawks, as well as, that was kind of the point of doing this today is, maybe some of the people at home who are watching and maybe didn't know about some of the other features that we're wanting to display with ASTV. At the bottom there, I have my email displayed along with my name, so that if there's anybody that wants to reach out as well, because with media, it outstretches to great bounds. Probably to some people I maybe wouldn't be able to reach out to necessarily on a regular day. So now it's kind of a little bit of both. I am wanting to go out and search for clients, as well as I'd love to have feedback and hear from other people, messaging me who want to get some information on these player profiles.
Yeah, and that's great that I remember that I was there with you and Glenn that day when you went to talk to some people at that Hawks game. But talking about that, you mentioned how it was a female game. Also, we'll be doing profiles on just about everybody, male and female. Talk about how huge that is to not only have the male side of things in these player profiles, but the female side of things as well for these player profiles.
Yeah, definitely with female hockey growing so much in the, it's getting so much more notoriety for as far as female sports. They're trying to develop a professional league that's sustainable for women to play, and as well as there's great Division 1, Division 3 NCAA schools, U sports schools out there that you talk to a lot of these girls playing the U18 female. A lot of them have aspirations to go play post-secondary level, and this could be something that putting together a professional profile could help get an edge over another person who's maybe trying to get in with those schools, U Sport, NCAA, ACHA. We're wanting to diversify and kind of help you meet your goals in your next development steps.
Yeah, that's huge, and that's massive for these colleges, these schools to know about the player and get a sense for who they are before they even come in contact with them. I think that's huge for sure. Not only knowing their stats, but knowing the person's personality as well. And I think with these player profiles that we're going to be designing here at ASTV, Cody, it's going to give players the opportunity to do just that. But talk about how you guys are in the planning process right now of planning on what's going to be involved in these profiles. Talk about when exactly you guys are going to be starting, building these profiles. Has that been determined yet? I'm assuming it's in the new year.
Yeah, so far we haven't had any clients, so there is no actual display so far, because it is still so early. But it's not just me working on this project. We do have some other guys that work with ASTV. I have Jeff Bartel, who is going to be helping me out in the Eastman and Winnipeg regions, as well as Jared Down, who is going to be helping us out for people who want to get some information out of the Saskatchewan provinces, as well as working towards not just in our prairie provinces, but continuing on to help athletes get to the next level as best they can.
Yeah, that's huge. So you're not just talking about Western Canada, you're talking about places like Ontario as well, maybe Montreal, Quebec, places like that.
Yeah, for sure. We don't want to just stick to one area. We want to help all athletes get to the next level, and I do think that with what we're trying to do with these player profiles, it is an asset to players who want to get to the next level.
So you would say the angle for that is giving players an opportunity, giving them a platform, a page to showcase themselves. So that angle for them is to get them to that next level, or as far as they can make it in the sport.
Yeah, for sure. Giving them an outlet to display all their accomplishments, all their all their characteristics that we kind of gather from our interviews, and as well as display their on ice videos and highlights and videos, all the stuff that we kind of can gather to display the athlete, because at ASTV, the athlete always comes first.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For sure, Cody. The athlete is why we're able to do what we do. So, got to give them a huge thanks for doing that, and just thankful that we got to watch this young talent in amateur sports continue to grow here in the country, here in North America as well. throughout the Canada and the US. But Cody, just one more time, tell people how if they want to get involved by having a player profile done, maybe their kid wants a player profile done, to further their, getting eyes on them from colleges, making it easier for scouts to access that information. Tell them how they can get in contact with you or the rest of our team at ASTV to get started with us.
Yeah, so as I have my email displayed, Cody at astvproductions.com, as well as I have my phone number listed, I believe, on our website under the player profiles page, which is 362-3216. If people want to reach out either through email or text message, I'd be able to respond to them that way. As well as Jeff Bartel. His email for ASTV is Jeff at ASTV Productions, and that's for all the Eastman and Winnipeg athletes who want to kind of inquire about what we're doing here, as well as for Jared out of Saskatchewan, it's Jared at astvproductions.com. So I those are kind of our outlets to reach us at, to develop some profiles for you. And, we want to work with you guys, everybody out there, to try and get you to the next level. And ASTV wants to be part of that.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys can find all that information about how to contact those guys. Of course, you see Cody's email there. But if you want Jeff and Jared's email, be sure to check that out on our website at amateursports.tv. Cody Wall on this week's edition of a segment, doing it a bit differently this week, but spreading awareness for something huge that we'll be doing here on ASTV Productions on Off the Wall with Cody. Cody, until next time, I'll see you next week, man. You take care.
I'll see you next week, Graeme.
Welcome to Pilot-Mound Hockey-Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot-Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.